Plants vs Zombies has a strange problem. This problem has nothing to do with its player base, its game mechanics, or even its core game design. No, the problem is that it's losing itself with each game iteration. Things that made the original PvZ shine before were thrown out or discontinued. This video will focus on one of those fallen gems. For the past 1.5 decades, people have worked together with each other to break the survival endless mode as much as they can. Well, this is the story of those players and their journey to beat survival endless. Plants vs Zombies was released on the 5th of May 2009. Only 3 days later, this user by the name of Para posted the very first surviving footage of PvZ Survival Endless. The strategy Para was using were of course pretty outdated and non-viable, since this game has only been out for 3 days. He only managed to survive until flag 26. However, this shows how everyone at first started to think about this game. No umbrella protection, no carb cannons, no gloom shrooms, but instead playing Gatling Pea, Torchwood, Wintermelon, Magnet Shroom and Tallnut Spike Rock seemed to be the way. However, only 4 days later, this guy by the name of I Am Sudi became the second earliest person to post the very first surviving PvZ Endless content on YouTube, but this time he made huge improvements from the predecessor Para. It used carb cannons, wintermelons and gloom shrooms in a very effective way, so it comes to no surprise that he survived until flag 76 on this video. 3 weeks later, after this game released, came the very first 150 flag video on YouTube as well. With people reaching 1,000 flags now, surviving endlessly just didn't become a challenge anymore, since the spawn rate of the zombies will max out on flag 50. So every flag that comes after that keeps the same difficulty. People got bored and eventually introduced challenges such as the no carb cannon or in short carbless challenge, also here shown by the user with the name of... yeah, I don't know how to say that. After this, Tom TTG came around and posted new endless modes on his channel. I remember always wanting to play one of those secret endless stages for myself, but at the time, accessing the secret limit page just was poorly understood. Oh, by the way, did you know that only Japan has its own variant of the final song? Like, just listen to this. 'Some time passed, and then something really great happened that would change the course of the PvZ Endless community forever. A YouTuber formerly known as Hitori Dakeno started posting highly effective survival endless content on his channel, but also Vacebreaker Endless, iZombie Endless, as well as PvZ2 Endless later on. He would also make laddering very popular, which caused the PvZ Endless scene to explode at the time. Later along the line, he would continue his YouTube career with daily streams, but unfortunately those would only peak around 10 viewers because he played other games. I started becoming very active on his live streams to the point where he decided to make me a mod on his YouTube channel. Some time passed and he eventually started to come around my streams too. After that he came back and said that his life has been busy, but then he disappeared. His channel deleted, and unfortunately all of our memories linked to his old videos are gone as well. Or are they? All the time we've only talked about YouTube so far, but YouTube only accounts for a small portion of the entire PvZ community. Most of you probably don't know this, but there's an entire side of PvZ with a rich and fulfilled history and culture. Ever since its release, PvZ has been always more popular in China compared to the Western world. This also means that PvZ in general made more advancements on Bilibili or other Chinese websites compared to YouTube. In case you don't know what Bilibili is, it's the Chinese YouTube equivalent since YouTube is prohibited by the Chinese government. However, this also means that the Western world has been for the most part pretty isolated from all of the new discoveries that have been made. For example, lettering has been discovered just 1 week after its game's release, while it took us several years until it got fully implemented and understood on YouTube. On Bilibili, the competitive PvZ community has been booming ever since, and naturally it also has the best players on it. People who survive from flag 0 to 150 with minimalist or even maximalist setups just puts things into perspective on how good Chinese players really are. Mods like hard mode or even brutal mode aren't considered to be hard by the Chinese community. In fact, the two names hard mode and brutal mode are entirely made up by us Westerners. Hard mode is only called PvZ Plus and brutal mode is only called PvZ Beta officially. You can also find an amazing modding community on Bilibili if that sort of content interests you. Most of the PvZ1 modding advancements have been accomplished by the Chinese modders before YouTube ever had a hand on it. Because of the bigger popularity in China, you can also still find surviving video footage of Hitori Dakeno and even from myself. Damn, I feel popular now. People here have figured out amazing stuff, for example on how to make your setups Jax proof without sunflowers or even carp cannons. Also setups where you don't need gloom shrooms or even carp cannons to survive, and many more amazing setups are available. If you don't like to surf on foreign websites, don't worry, there's the YouTuber Scaffold, which is a very talented PvZ player that also features a ton of interesting and hard to find strategies from Bilibili on his channel. Because he's still very active at the moment, I will leave a link to his channel in the video description below. I quickly want to mention this guy who posted the very first 100 flag speedrun on YouTube. It's videos like these that will keep the Endless community somewhat relevant. As of this year, there are only a handful of PvZ Endless players that regularly post videos, that being Scaffold PvZ, YouTube channel, me, and of course other small hobby YouTubers. PvZ had a long and nice journey which we all enjoyed very much, but at the end of the day, we all have to be realistic about the current state of the game and the games that come after that. PvZ2 has done an excellent job of introducing a endless zone into the game which feels quite different from the old PvZ1. I actually really enjoyed playing the endless zone in Plants vs Zombies 2 back in the day. The problem nowadays is the power unbalance. As of now, the game is only balanced around Penny's Pursuit and the arena mode, which is very sad since not only does the power creep get out of hand by a lot, it also makes the adventure mode and especially the endless zone completely useless since spamming any leveled up plant, especially Pokra, will guarantee you to beat endless effortlessly. I tried playing PvZ2 endless with all level 1 plants around a year ago, but even then, plants nowadays were just too broken, even at level 1, which made the whole experience just feel useless in a sense. Plants vs Zombies Heroes has got no updates for over 5 years, which got us to a point where people would rather play an offline mod just to get some much wanted change. There was also this weird PvZ sequel called Octogeddon, which was made by the original PvZ1 creator, George Fan. That game even featured a endless mode, which I was playing for quite some time. But this game never truly got popular enough to form an active community, so it was dying out fairly quickly. And then there's PvZ3 of course, which isn't even out yet and has been more disappointing than ever before. Thanks to mods, this game will at least not fully die out in the near future, but it won't grow either. Overall, I hate to say that I don't see a future with PvZ, no matter how much I'd love to see it thrive. It's just too far gone at this point. Despite all of that, the PvZ community to this day still counts as one of the friendliest and nicest communities out there. I've met a lot of amazing people thanks to this beautiful old 2009 tower defense game. This has been the history of the Endless mode. Thanks for watching.